facts? Do you want the facts? Can you handle the facts? Are you over the beliefs? Are you tired of the lies? Have you uncovered what religion really is? Do you identify as an Alkebulan kidnapped? If so, then welcome to The Verdict, where we stand on facts over beliefs. Court is in session. Do you want the...
I was told that court is in session. What it do, y'all? It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that verdict. For those that don't know who I am the Honorable Junns The NBIC. And again, you know, I represent that R.O.D. And you know I want to give nothing but thanks and honor to the ancestors, to the creators, and to the Alkebulan deities that hover over us, that's waiting for us to tap in so we can get our land back. And that's a damn fact. Round of applause for that. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Yeah, I know, 12 o'clock, a lot of you guys are waiting for me to come on around like 3, 4. I have decided to do 12. The reason why I decided to do 12, because 12 p.m., you guys are, this is the time where you get the most nutrition, resources from the sun. You know what I'm saying? This is when the whole entire earth is eating. The animals is eating. You know what I'm saying? The plants is eating. The water is dripping. The whole shebang. And I said to myself, you know what? I think I need to make the verdict come out at 12 so I can send these niggas to hell. Right? And then after that, being able to go outside and enjoy the rest of the day. You understand? Like, there's so much beautiful things going on within Brooklyn. And it's like, listen, man, we got to tap in, tie in, and do what we supposed to do. And yes, I'm saying it now. I am no longer subjected into anything that's coming from these Euro Christians. If having a rest day did not come out of the mouth of our ancestors, not supporting it. If our ways of worship did not come out in the ways of our ancestors, I am not following it. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is about. What you guys are witnessing right now is the rise of the Alkebulan kidnaps all across the world. The 50K that you've seen in France, the 30,000 that you've seen in the UK, and the thousands and the 100,000s, I said the hundreds and the thousands, the 1,200 that you've seen here in New York is just letting you know that we are waking up. We're waking up to the story that you kept hidden from us. And before I start and proceed to give you guys what you need, I really want to address this notion of stuff being in the Vatican. Listen, we don't know what's in the Vatican. We don't even know if the Vatican has any level of information. For all we know, the Vatican can be a rest haven, a storage unit for all the gold, all the paintings that they have taken over the years. It can be that. For you guys to solely believe that this Vatican is carrying, unpublished documentations and all of this foolishness that comes along with that, look, people. Let me be the one to tell you, stop. We have to stop. The reason why we have to stop is because you don't know. I don't know. Your ancestors don't know. The Alkebulan kidnaps and those that's there don't know. And we're not forcing ourselves to believe something we don't know. If I don't know it, I'm not going to say, yeah, why you got these things hidden in such and such. How you know these things are hidden? Who told you that these things were hidden? And why are these things being told to the niggers? Because I'm sure the Chinese people can care less. I'm sure the Arab people can care less. I'm sure all these nationalities can care less when it's pertaining to the information that the Vatican is holding on to. You know the reason why black people care so much is because Europeans told black people that hidden information that's supposedly pertaining to them is there. For example, the Bantu scrolls. Again, you have yet to find a single individual, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to provide me with any level of scrolls to justify what's being said. And if it's unable to be told, then we need to leave it alone. Please, people, leave it alone. We are not in a position to accept anything other than liberation, bro. We don't want none of that. All that extra stuff, please tell them leave it alone. So for the sister that's saying that these people is holding things in the Vatican, mama, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about it. I've never seen it. I've never been there. I never walked down the hall. Nobody never pointed, opened the door, at least let me see through the cracks and see all these things. We're not seeing that. So right now, at this particular moment, it's another rhetoric lie or story that was told by them to give to you to keep you in a state of trance and confusion. Meanwhile, you seeing your entire land getting ready to be liberated. Before the liberation comes, a war will occur. But we're going to dive deeper into that after today's presentation. Because, yes, today is a presentation. Today's presentation is no other than the Black Holocaust. I repeat, the Black Holocaust. Round of applause for that. Hold on, turn the volume up. Mic check. Yeah. So today's conversation is going to be about the Black Holocaust. And this is no disrespect to anybody, but I want people to really understand my position and my stance at this particular point in time in my life. My stance and my position will always and only solely be about the Alkebulan kidnaps. Okay? I don't care about nothing outside of the Alkebulan kidnap. This is no disrespect, because any other nation, I would expect you guys to do the same thing, right? Right? When it comes to Chinese problems, China is not worrying about what black people are going through in America. They're worrying about China and their Chinese problems. Similar to the Arabs. You don't see the Gazanians, the people that's from Gaza, Palestinians, whatever you want to call them, running around crying, saying black people this or giving their 1-2s about black people while they're dealing with their war. Right? But for some apparent reason, while we are at our war, because we've never, you know, I don't know when did we put up our boots, because the boots is still on our feet. The bullets is still firing. You know what I'm saying? The bullets is still firing, right? They just reloaded a brand new ammo. The new ammo that's bucking at us now is what? The rifle of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And it's killing our spirituality, it's gunning down our mentality, it's gunning down our perspective, it's gunning down our heritage, it's gunning down who we are, it's gunning down what we stand on, it's gunning everything down. This is what we're dealing with. So I'm trying to figure out, when did black people put their boots on? And today's presentation, I hope you guys gather enough to remember that we are still at war. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Share my screen. While this loads, let me issue this out to everyone. Okay, here it is. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me send this out. Let me send this out to the people. Hold on. Let me send this out to the people. Hold on. Let me share this out to the people. Hold on. Let me send this out to the people. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. All right. You know, it's only so much you can send, because they're going to take it as a spam, man. You already know how that goes. But yeah. So today's presentation, of course, is going to be about the Black Holocaust. And I have to title it, we're not talking about no Holocaust. unless it's the Black Holocaust, which is still going on to this day. Which is still going on to this day. You got listen, shout out to Trump, man. You know why I'm saying shout out to Trump? Because when Trump said he was gonna make America great again, he was dead serious, right? So what you guys are seeing happening here in America is going back into the ways of old, right? See, a lot of you black men and women, a lot of you guys was hypnotized by the large amount of money, the large amount of jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that we had for the last, let's say, 20 years. The things that we have achieved, we exceeded expectations, right? And they didn't like that. So now they putting a man in place to shut all this shit down. Everything that aided the black and brown man to help us get ahead, they're shutting it down. They sat back and they watch you niggas come on social media, expose and tell everything that we did to survive. And now they created laws, regulations, and there's going to be penalties behind anything or anyone who violates the things that we needed to survive. And I'm not going to get into that. I'll leave it for you. But you got to shout out this man because he was not playing when he said that he was going to make America great. America was great when the Europeans was eating their grapes, eating their steak, and you was just eating the little bit of hair and the little bit of shrimp that was left on that plate. But let us continue. So again, we're not talking about the Holocaust unless it's the Black Holocaust, which is still happening till this day, okay? This presentation aims to what? Educate, reflect, and build awareness on the long-standing system of oppression affecting the black community from what? From 1619, okay, to the present day. And this is just talking about here in America. But we all know, listen carefully, people, we all know that the suffering and the wickedness and the atrocities started way before 1619. Okay? I just want you guys to know that. Cool. Throughout examining this unbroken chain of injustice, we can better understand how historical patterns continue to shape current realities and what inspire meaningful actions towards change. Now, you already know how I feel. Let me know how you feel. Let's just leave it as that. Let's go to the next one. Next slide. 246 years of slavery. Let me say that again. 246 years of slavery. Okay? And the other 200 was the enslavement of the mind. So from 1619 to 1865, physical labor was fully functioning. Okay? Let's read. The foundation of America's historical rational heresy began in 1619 when the first enslaved Africans arrived at the Point Comfort, Virginia. Over 12.5, listen carefully, people, over 12.5 million Africans were kidnapped and trafficked through the transatlantic slave trade, right? Creating a legal and economic structure built on what? Free black labor. Huh? 12.5 million. And that's just this is what they're telling you. We all know it was over 70 million Alkebulan kidnaps. If you want to add up from 1619 to 2025. Oh yeah. Oh, you guys thinking you guys thinking slavery doesn't exist? What you think Diddy going on right now? Why Diddy in jail? Why? Trafficking, right? Sex trafficking. You know transatlantic slave trade was the first sex trafficking, right? You know the first deadbeats was a person that named your president. See, where we come from, we didn't know what deadbeats is. I can show you a man that got 100 and something children, 12 wives, 100 and something children. Don't know their names. They all got to write it on a piece of paper because he doesn't remember them all. 100 and something, I don't blame him. He's getting older. He's like in his 50s, probably in his 60s. So being a deadbeat is not in our DNA. We didn't know what that was until we came to America. We didn't know what that was until we came to the Caribbean islands, till we came to Europe, and they taught us such behavior. Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Why not? Why not talk about it, people? Huh? Let's start it. Let's go. 1619 arrival. First enslaved Africans arrived in Virginia, being what? Beginning centuries of bondage. Cultural erasures. Destruction of African language, spiritual systems, and family structure. Did I not just say that? Okay? We didn't know what being a deadbeat was until they arrived. We didn't know what Jesus was until they arrived. We didn't know what keeping the commandments and getting on our knees and calling on Yahweh until they arrived. We didn't know what Hebrew was until they arrived. Because as you can see, the destruction of the African language, Hebrew is not our language. We got black people, black like tires, running around saying, Shema Yasharala, ha 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 ha. And then you say, okay, let's have follow me. Yo, I'm about to go run inside this Jewish store, man. You know, I'm about to see if I could get something for the low. I need you to interpretate. I need you to translate anything that they say. Find the person that's willing to take on that responsibility. I got 1,000 for you. I'll wait for it. When you find it, let me know. And I'm talking down to the IUICs. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about to the juggernauts. None of these people could speak Hebrew, because it's not our language. But neither here nor there. Okay? Dehumanization. Let's talk about that. Enslavement was both physical and psychological through force, literal, and terror. Illiteracy and terror. Okay? Okay? The condemnification. Black bodies bought, sold, and bred like livestock. This was what's going on, and I'm doing my studies too. I'm looking because I've been reading, and now that I'm in this space, right? Because to know where you're going, you must first know where you come from, and it's sad that for us as the Alkebulan kidnaps worldwide, it's sad that our tracing has to go backwards, right? It's not, what I mean by that is we have to literally backstep everything. So in the journey moving backwards, you're going to see and hear, and you have to endure the wickedness that these people done to you, man. When you read the books, these people got these things documented, bro, on the wickedness that they was doing to the Alkebulan kidnaps, bro. It is documented, bro. And when you read such documentations, for example, there was a lady pregnant, right? She sacrificed her child and all to free the men, right? And shout out to Mama Love for that, right? Sacrifice to free the men. They caught Shorty. She was pregnant and all, right? They wait for her to give birth. If I'm lying, I'm flying. They waited for her to give birth. Took the baby. That lady never even got a chance to say, hi, baby, I love you. This is mommy. Took the baby, right? While she's still recovering from giving birth, They took it upon themselves to take this woman and drag her to the back. Allow individuals to come in. These individuals come in. When I'm talking about individuals, I'm talking about spectators. The spectators come in and they watch this lady, like I said, recovering from giving birth. Still haven't recovered, should I say. And they lynched her. Right? Oh, it don't stop there. They lynched her. But before they lynched her, listen, I'm gonna show you the wickedness of these people. Before they lynched her, and I forgot the sister's name, but before they lynched her, they made her watch with her eyes as they smashed the baby's skull in. Remember, this is a brand new baby. Smash the baby's skull in and burn it while it was alive. Like, you know, like a roach when it eats the poison and it just burn it for her to watch. And then they took her out. And they left that as a message for every single slave nigga that you see. That's why I support this man, Rodney. Because he's going to go through exactly what our people went through in slavery. He's going to experience exactly what they did to Abdullah Lawima. He's going to experience that. And it's not going to be televised. They're going to beat him senseless and they're going to put him in solitary for him to recover, because he's going to receive a lot of news reports. People is going to say, hey, what's going on? Can we see him? They're going to give you a lie and say that he was being disruptive, so we put him on timeout. So you guys won't be able to come back here for another 6 to 7 months. This is facts, people. This is facts. This is what they do, bro. But, you know, we all won, right? Okay, cool. And again, let me just throw this FYI. There's no way, shape, or form will you ever see me be disrespectful and mean and angry at a European. The regular Joe Smo European, I don't have no issue with you. You have no power. Matter of fact, your power has been taken from you, okay? If you're not a Khazar and you're not in part of that brotherhood and you're not in their meetings and you don't have that sealed and you don't have the financial seal that them and their people have, you are just like me. No matter if you are blonde-headed European, red-headed, you're going to be treated just like me. They'll probably be more lenient towards you than me, but you're going to be treated just like me, because that's where we heading. I'm telling you guys this the truth. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't want people to feel like I'm being racist. No, I'm just telling the facts. A lion and a cat can't dwell with each other. A tiger and a lion can't dwell with each other. They may walk the same, may do the same thing, eat the same food, but we cannot dwell with each other. Because what you're creating is a contaminated race that's going to be nothing but a parasitical being to the Alkebulan kidnaps. And I got the information to show you that they knew that, and that's why they was raping your women. Oh, let's talk about it, Junns. Let's talk about it. They don't want me talking about it, because when I talk about it, you know, I'm giving heresy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm talking about, but cool. 99 years of Jim Crow laws. We talking 1865 to 1964. Let me say that again. We're talking from 1865 to 1964. There was something called the Jim Crow laws. Let's name after a minstrel character. Jim Crow. He's a minister. Listen, I told you, Jim Crow, Jim Jones, Charles C. Jones. When you hear these Jones and the Jims and the J's, you better run away. Jesus, run away. Run away. This is them. The only J that you need to be around is the JUNNS, okay? The NBIC, okay? Because you can look into my eyes. Look, let me show you my eyes. Look, my manhood is still there, you heard? I didn't take the oath, you heard? I walk outside comfortably, you heard? I chill with the real ones all the time, you heard? I'm my own army, you heard? Yeah. Put these glasses back on. All right. Jim Crow became the term for legalizing racial segregation. These laws was what? Intent. I can't see. I got to take these glasses off. But if I take these glasses off, I'm going to mess up my fly. Excuse me. These laws were enacted after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery, but allowed punishment through incarceration, creating a new system of control. Punishment through incarceration. The Jim Crow laws are still going on to this day. So if it started in 1865, we in 2025, you do the math. And if you tell me that the Jim Crow laws is not in full effect, you're beyond stupid. Right? Because the Jim Crow laws is in full effect. Don't think because they allow you in their restaurants, the Jim Crow law is abolished. Don't think because they put in their stuff inside your daughter, it's abolished. No. They need to be up in your space so they can suck your energy like vampires. Watch the movie Sinners. Suck you dry. And then all of a sudden, it's family love, togetherness, and love and unity. Oh, miss me with the foolery. Okay? That's 900 years for you right there. Right? That's 900 years. Jim Crow law ain't never been away with. You know, they say the law is done away with. Jim Crow law was never done away with. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna do a broadcast about that. Hold on, let me save this. You know, I gotta save these things in my notes because I be forgetting. The Jim Crow law was never done away with. Roger that. Right? So let's start off with segregation. And by the way, segregation was the best thing that ever happened to black people. Don't let this fool you and act like this was such a horrific thing, because in reality it wasn't. It was a great thing. The problem that came with this is Europeans, violating the system to get away with the foolishness, right? Because as you guys can see, it was after the Jim Crow laws was established, after slavery was abolished and the Jim Crow laws was established, one of the things that they did was what? They had to create more prisons. So it was a high rise of incarceration going on. And people was getting arrested and thrown in jail. Remember, New York is probably the only state where you get to see a judge the next day or the same day. And any other state that I don't know of, but in the mass majority of other states, if you was to get locked up, you go straight to the county. You get locked up for, let's just say you get locked up for a broken headlight. You're going to the county, right? They'll say, yo, we're going to take you to the office. We're going to write you a summons and we're going to let you go. It's a possibility that can happen. But I promise you, it's also a possibility that you're going to. Yeah, you going to the county and you're going to be in there with the individuals that's doing the 10, 15, 20 years. You're there with them and you only there for a speeding ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's like that. But reason why I'm saying that is these people was taking advantage of this Jim Crow law, similar to what police is doing now. Police is taking advantage of the protection of the badge so they can get away with murder. You understand? Like literally get away with murder. But segregation was the best for us, right? Separated schools, bathrooms, water fountains, and public transportation, enforced racial heterocrity, and limited black access to quality facilities. Same thing you see going on now. You don't have access to great facilities. You think you do, but the medical treatment the rich get and the medical treatment you get, two different things. Though they get is different from what you get. Two different things. Right? Two different things. Okay? Voter suppression, black codes, poll taxes, and literacy tests systematically prevented black citizens from exercising their rights to vote and participate in democracy. We were supposed to never vote. We were supposed to never participate. We were supposed to never, and I repeat, never. Anybody that was complaining about segregation, voters separation, and terrorism, anybody that was in that space, 9 out of 10 times, they ain't a Euro or they was bit. Okay? Because the real people that I know, shout out to the OG, shout out to the Wiz and her fam and the side people that I know. People wasn't approve of Martin Luther King. Don't let the media, remember the media is the same media that's telling you Abraham Torre is an evil guy. Don't let these people feed you. This is what I'm be trying to have you guys to understand. When are we going to realize that, so these niggas, all they do is lie, right? Lie on, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? Like at this point, bro, it's shame on us. At this point. We know these people are liars. We know the history's not true. We know these things is inaccurate. We know all of this, but yet here we still are running to them for answers. It does not make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. And then it makes me question, are we really trying to be healed? Are we really trying to enlighten our ancestors and our creators and let them know that, look, man, we out here, we working? No, because you're running to their source. Listen, like Mama Love told me, she said, boy, if you want to know about you, you must find you. You must gather information that's pertaining to you, bro. Okay? I cannot try to find Alkebulan and who African people are, and my dependence and my resources is them, bro. It's them. It does not make sense. These people, remember, these are the people that put you in these circumstances that we are in right now, where we just chickens without a head. And remember, they the ones that chopped your head off. They chopped your head off when they gave you Jesus. They chopped your head off when they gave you Allah. They chopped your head off when they gave you the Quran. They chopped your head off when they gave you the Biblos. Because now your head is chopped off. You are solely focusing on the story that they gave you. And now we don't have no head. That means we don't have a brain. So if you don't have a brain, that means you're not thinking for yourself. So if you're not thinking for yourself, then somebody without a brain that wants to know something, you got to go look for somebody who you believe that has a brain to educate you and show you the way. But in reality, bro, we don't have a clue on what's going on because they chopped our head off, right? They gave us an artificial hand. They gave us an artificial heart because you thinking that you love, you thinking that you standing on righteousness, you thinking that you are. It's artificial. It's not real. The real heart pumps Alkebulan, bro. The real heart stands with Alkebulan no matter what the circumstances is. I'm not in a position to say, well, I'm not doing that because it looks evil. Who am I to say that? I don't know until I try. Right? How did the black man or the first man know that driving fast was bad? The nigga had to drive. The nigga had to probably crash. The nigga probably died. But that result led to everybody else saying, slow your ass down or you're going to end up like him, right? That's how life goes, right? So somebody has to become the sacrificial lamb. But because they gave you a sacrificial lie, right? They gave you a sacrificial lie. You now don't want to take on the responsibilities when you have to make sacrifices. You want to put your trust into a figure that was given unto you by the oppressors and hope. Yeah. Let's talk about terrorism. Because that's what they're saying right now by Abraham Torre, right? Abraham Torre. And there's a guy, I forgot his name. I did a video about him. The man said that man, he is the frontier of all Muslims. He is the Muslim. First of all, don't associate none of this religion with the Alkebulan people. That man did not walk around, get on his knees praying 5 times. That man did not walk around seeing one of these, Middle Eastern leaders and he's praying and like, yo, stop trying to associate religion with the rebel. Stop trying to associate religion with the rebel. Like, no, don't associate it with the liberation. Don't associate the two, bro. Why can't our liberation, our awakening, why can't it just be that Alkebulan kidnaps had enough? You can't tell me that this is biblical prophecy when you guys can't biblically show me where these people are located. You can't do it. So you can't tell me this is biblical prophecy. What you're seeing is the rise of the Alkebulan kidnaps. What you're seeing is the ancestors jumping into the bodies of the Alkebulan kidnaps. And I'm about to give you guys something about death. And everything that we've been doing here in this plantation has been wrong. I'm still getting this information. Still getting this information. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And now that I be working, remember I worked 3 jobs, bro. 4 jobs, actually, bro. my 9 to 5, my other job. Then I got the YouTube, and then I got life coach, and then I gotta be a dad, and then I gotta be a husband. So you imagine somebody with all of these things. I'll be all over the place, bro. My ways will tell you I can't sit still. Like I'll do something right now, and then something my brain go do that, and then I'll go do that, forget about this, or I'll come back to this, and then I'll be forgetting. And I'm so sorry. It's just. This is how my brain is wired. I don't know how, I don't know why, but this is just what it is, right? But that's neither here nor there, okay? Terrorism. The KKK and similar groups flourish. Listen, flourish with legal immunity, using violence to maintain white supremacy throughout the South. And it wasn't just throughout the South. It was all over the world. All over the world. Here in New York, Central Park was literally a rest haven for the runaway slaves. These people burnt that whole shit down, made these niggas move, and had the audacity to make it a luxury park and had all the rich people. Now, remember when these people was in, first of all, let me correct that, because these high rises wasn't there like that, okay? But they was not allowing us into their space. Reason why we was in Central Park, right? Because Central Park was a navigation to what? Harlem. And through Harlem, this is where you get the black excellence, the black renaissance, the black movement, the black dollar, when everything was black. We didn't give a damn about Europeans. We was as segregated as it needed to be. Yes, we was intermingling here and there. Yeah, we can go into the theater with each other, but it was still divided. It was divided like saying 6 feet apart, okay? Meaning the Europeans sat on that side and you niggas sat on this side. The Europeans was on the top floor with the AC. You niggas was at the bottom with the heat, and it never changed. That ideology, that concept, that foundation is literally the driving fuel of America, which still stands to this day, right? right? Europeans will always tell you something, will always give you some level of suggestions, will tell you this is not right. You should not think this way. Meanwhile, when shit like this was taking place, their mommy, their daddy, their uncles, their great-grandfather, their great-great-great-great, everybody was reaping the benefits of this. Matter of fact, I guarantee you, there's not a single European here in America. If a European was born here in America, and can trace themselves back to 1800s, 1700s, I promise you, there's not a single bloodline that was not there to witness the lynching of an Alkebulan kidnap. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Huh? Play that. My computer is a little slow. I gotta get a new one. Okay, play that. Are you dumb? Bang the gavel. Bang the gavel. I need the gavel. That's what I need. I need the gavel, guys. Huh? Come on, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we saying? Oh, they're not banging the gavel? Don't worry about it. You don't want to bang the gavel? I'll bang it for you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let us continue. 86 years of lynching, guys. Then I just say, I guarantee you that if anybody was here from 1800s or beyond, I promise you they were spectators into the lynching and burning of an Alkebulan kidnap. Listen, I'm telling you, it's in their DNA. They can't run from it, bro. They try to suppress Black torture, Black murder, Black genocide. They try to suppress it, but we ain't suppressing it. Nah, not over here. Or I'm gonna talk about it. Let me show you how they suppress Black genocide. They suppress it by giving you Jesus. They suppress it by saying all of this happened because you wasn't keeping the laws. This is how you suppress this. You wasn't keeping the laws, my brother. You was breaking the commandments. Because you was breaking the commandments, over 4,740 plus recordings of lynchings. 4,000. And listen carefully. 73% was Black victims. According to United States of America census, anything past a 65 is a high passing grade. So you got 73% of these people being Black. 73%. Huh? This is what they do. They give you stuff to suppress what was done to us. If I came to you, right? Think about this, people. If I came to you right now and I said to you, yo, bro, you see your man's over here? The reason why he got locked up, right, is because he wasn't doing what we told him to do. Even though it wasn't right and we had to take out his moms and take out his sister, take out etc., he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, right? Off the top of your head, you're not trying to hear that. Like, what? Nah, it's on and popping, right? Right? But if I came to you and said, well, you see your man here? The reason why he's in jail was because he disobeyed God. And according to God, God said when a man disobeys him, I'm entitled to run up in your house, violate, kill, destroy, whatever, all in the name of my God. Now, if I come with that same energy, you're now gonna receive what I just said a little bit different. You're gonna say, "Damn, God, why would you do that?" Now you're gonna take your anger out on an imaginary thing instead of the person right in front of you that just told you, "Yeah, I did that," and this is the justification into why I did that because God told me to. Okay. So I tell you guys this over and over and over again. Stop allowing these people, I repeat, stop allowing these people to navigate your life. Okay? They're lying. Okay? There's no God of ours, no Alkebulan that's going to allow the enemy to do what they done and no get back. People is like, well, so if there's no get back, why there's no get back now? What's going on? Listen, we're not calling on the deities. We're not calling on O'Shea. We're not calling on Ogun. We're not going by the water and doing the proper rituals that they like. We're not giving them a sacrifice. They took everything of what we do and created their own story, and they told you was a Hebrew, or they sent niggas to run around saying that you was a Bantu. And Bantu means the people. So what are you? See, I'm a Mubantu, a Muntu. That's what it is. Munbu, a Muntu. Which means, yes, I'm learning it. I'm learning as we go. I know. Which means a human being or a person. But you won't know that. You know why? Because you're not trying to find yourself. Like I said, when you don't have a head and you headless, you wait for people to navigate your life, not me. Okay? Cool. Let us continue. It says lynching served as a brutal form of racial terrorism with over 4,743 recorded incidents. 73% targeted black victims. These weren't hidden acts, but public spectates, okay? Often attended by the thousand, photographed, and even turned into postcards as souvenirs. And I got the book. Damn. I got the book. There's a book that we got to order, bro. This book is crazy. Oh, my G's. It's literally talking about the crazy, wicked, and evil lynching that they was doing to the Alkebulan kidnap. You can go look these stuff up, man. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. When I find that book, the next time I come on, I'm going to make sure I show you this book. This book is crazy. And this book is mad expensive. And I promise you, this book will get you pissed off. Because I was reading the PDF and I was pissed off. Okay? They trying to suppress what they done to you. And you accepting they're suppressed because they gave you a religion and a checkbook. Come on, my nigga. Make it make sense. Okay? Let's continue. Let us continue. It says, these acts serve to instill fear, punish perceived black ambition or resistance, and reinforce white dominance while completely immunitating law enforcement, judges, and politicians. Often supported or deliberately ignored these forms of mob justice, creating a climate where no black person was truly safe. Now you ask yourself this question, in 2025, are we truly safe? No, you're not. The difference is, at least back then, in those times, I can walk down the street and be in a situation and a black man will say, yo, my brother, you good? You need some help? That was back then. Now, I gotta worry about the European, the Arab, even the Mexicans, them MS-13s and all that. I gotta worry about that. And then last but not least, I gotta worry about a fellow comrade, a fellow Alkebulan kidnap, bro. I gotta worry about that, bro. That's the difference between then and now. Are we really safe? Absolutely not. If a gang of police came right now and violated, what are we doing? Pulling out our phones. Oh, I got a news thing I had to tell you too. This nigga Trump just wrote a bill. They're about to bring all the military enforcements into all the ghetto communities. This is why they're doing all these raids right now. It explains everything. See, I put everything together. It explains. So you gotta remove the community threat, right? You gotta create things like conspiracy, racketeering, right? You got to create these things to give you the justification. And what I was just showing you just now of breaking the laws, they got to give the justification to get into your space and rally all you niggas up. And all these niggas is rallying up. I guarantee you all of them are fathers. So now we're left with the mother and the children. Right? The mother and the children. Who's going to protect the mother and the children when the big armored white man that comes from Nashville, Tennessee, who got to transfer to New York City, because now he gets to walk around with his tonka tunk and his foo-foo on his body, just looking to cause chaos. Oh, it's about to get real crazy. Oh, man, I cannot make this stuff up, boy. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot make this stuff up. Oh, wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. 14 years of civil rights fights. Let me tell you guys, no disrespect to my Alkebulan people, no disrespect to my elders, my ancestors, those that lived at this time. Let me say this to you guys. This shit right here called civil rights was the worst thing that we as black people ever participated in. This civil rights is worse than voting. The NCAACP 1, 2, 3, you got HIV. Yeah, trash. This right here. Because what was this about? What was this really about? You know what this was about? This was a bunch of bitten niggas. Yes, I said it, bitten niggas. Whether they was bitten spiritually, physically, or sexually, this was bitten niggas that wanted PC with the enemy. Facts. W.E. Du Bois. Come on, man. That man was born in Massachusetts with all the Euros. When you read his history, that nigga ain't never experienced racism in his life. Now, this is the man that want to tell us how to get closer to the other man. No, sit your ass down. Die slow, pimp. You be all right. I said it. I'm going to say I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. All sellouts will get called out of my mouth messing around. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Okay? And shout out to all you guys that's now tapping in, watching old videos from like 3-4 years ago, because this is what I'm doing. I'm just dropping the seed, and people are just like, oh my gosh, bro, yo, I was just looking for this and I found you. And listen, that's all I'm doing. I'm not here to play with nobody, but tell you the facts. No, I ain't saying truth, but the facts. Okay, just call it what it is. Let's continue. Worst thing ever. 14 years of the civil rights fights. The organized resistance to oppression intensified from Brown versus Board of Education in 1964 to the assassination of Dr. King in 1968. This period saw extraordinary leadership from figures like Dr. King, Malcolm X, right? We had the Lou Hammer, then we had Ella Baker, who mobilized communities against justice. And shout out to all of them, bro. Shout out to all of them. But all of them, you know, they was bitten, bro. I'm sorry. Malcolm X was bitten, bro. His teachers was Europeans that was bitten, that was hiding themselves, camouflaging themselves to look like us. If you look at Louis Farrakhan right now, you can look at him and tell him that he's nothing but a Euro. You can look at the hair. Can't make this stuff up, boy. Come on. All of these people been bitten, bro. The people that's representing us are people that's been bitten. It's only a handful of people that has not been bitten, that has not taken the shark bite, bro. And I'm man enough to say I was bitten. I'm still going through my detox, bro. Them niggas bit me right here, bro. Listen, man, I've been squeezing the blood out and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? These individuals bit me. When I thought Jesus was gonna save me, I was bitten. When I thought the creators was in the Biblos, I was bitten. I was bitten hard. Not only was I bitten, the person just stayed on my neck and just kept sucking all the blood. It sucked so much. I thought I didn't even think I was black anymore. I just thought I was just a God-fearing Christian, Bible reading, don't know, trying to ball like Willie Beeman. Come on, man. I was bitten. When I stood in front of you guys, I was talking to you guys like a person that was bit. Like, if it ain't Christ, you must quit. If it ain't out of the Biblos, it's not legit. I was saying that until I went down that rabbit hole. Until I started really asking questions, typing in things, looking for locations. And let me tell you how you know religion has literally decapitated the brains and the minds and the heads of the Alkebulan kidnappers. Let me show you how. Think about this. These people are able to show you a mummified body that can go back 5,000 years. And these niggas can't show you one body of one character in the Biblos. One. Just one. Just one. This big ass whale that ate this nigga. Nobody caught that? Just one. I just asked for one. Yeah. So in 1954, Brown, the Brown versus Board of Education and legal school segregation. That was 1954. Should have never did that. And every parent that was fighting and I was standing on that, they was bitten. They was the ones that was going to church on Sunday, looking at Jesus, this white face, saying, Lord, can you give me a sign? These niggas don't lost their mind. Niggas need it. You know what I'm saying? This is what you see. These were the people. These were the pioneers of the shark bite. Because prior to that, our people was trying to recover from the shark bite. Like, yo, these niggas bit me, bro. Why he said the shark bite? Yeah, remember the great white shark? Yeah. Yeah, the shark bite. Mm-hmm. You could call it a shark bite. You can call it a vampire bite. However you like. You can call it whatever you like. But just know that it all goes back into the blood drinking of Christ. Oh, Donna, are you dumb or are you dumb? Huh? Yeah, I know. Right? 1955 to 1956. This is the best. This right here, to me personally, was the greatest accomplishment of an Alkebulan kidnap. And we have yet to outmatch this right here. Yes. Yeah, I know. The bus riot, the bus boycott. Montgomery, you heard? The Montgomery bus boycott challenged segregated transportation. Listen, we was better off. And we was walking for an entire year. They didn't get $1 from us. Can you niggas do that now? Absolutely not. Can you turn off your Wi-Fi for a year? Can you live without your phone for a year? Can you? Absolutely not. And they know that. And this is why they're at this space and at this speed that they're in. Oh, it's a full flesh. Come on now. 1963. Oh, the worst thing ever. The I Have a Dream speech. That was a nightmare to the Alkebulan kidnaps. That was not even his dream. That was not even his speech. That speech was written by Bate Boy. Oh, Donna. Okay? And the Selma to Montgomery March led to the Voting Rights Act 1965. No, we don't want none of that. Okay? These everything that I'm showing you guys right now is literally shit that's still going on in 2025. Right now. Right now. Okay? But religion made you believe that everybody loves everybody. When you watch the movie Sinners, after they finish doing all their chaos, now everybody's peace, love, together, unity. Why would you not, et cetera, et cetera. You cannot have all this hate in your heart, my brother. You need Jesus. Oh man, the Europeans quick to throw a Jesus at you. Say something that's not suited well, right? Like say something like, look at this dumbass nigga, right? Say that, oh my gosh, my brother, why would you say that? You need some love. You need Jesus. Jesus soon come. Pray, Jesus. I'm saying Jesus is coming. If Jesus didn't come, listen, if Jesus didn't come from those in the Middle East, what makes you think he's going to come for you? Jesus never came in Africa. Jesus never came during slavery. Jesus didn't even show up when the niggas was tying up innocent women onto horses. Jesus didn't even come and stop the madness. But yet, this is coming to save us. And yeah, you're going to listen to these niggas and they're going to be like, you know, the reason why that happened, my brother, because, you know, we had to go through the 400-year curse. Okay. Cool. So now, again, you're going to use a book. Remember everything I just told you? That if I told you I did something or you heard something like this happen and there was no religion in between that, you would be upset. You would be in a state of outrage. You'd be ready to fight. You'd be ready to rebel. But if I come to you and say that God said that this was going to happen, you're going to have a different outlook. You're not going to look at the person that did it to you. You're going to look into the sky and say, God, but why? Why, God? I done everything. I went to church. I pray. I eat. I'm a good Samaritan. I take care of people. I give money to people. I do everything. So why am I dying from cancer? Why am I having all these elements and I'm just a good person? I'm following your ways. You said if you follow me, you shall live. But I'm dying. Could it possibly be that you already been dead? You've been dead long before. Because think about, I'm about to give you some barbecue chicken right now. Think about it. When you watch the movie Sinners, Shorty ate the nigga neck and then ran off. The nigga died. They closed the door. The brother, holding him. He's in his feelings. Oh, whatever. 30 minutes go by. And he broke the door down. He became a new man. He became born again. Where does that concept come from? Being born again. How can you be born again? You ain't come out of nobody's poom. Oh, unless he was born from above. Let me show you what's coming above. You guys want to see what's coming above? Look, it's coming right now. Look. No. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Oh, remember, the Holocaust is still going on to this day. Let's talk about the police brutality. Let's talk about the conversation that's going on the internet right now. On how the courtroom was filled with police officers to intimidate and put a level of fear, not just to the brother Rodney, but for all you niggas watching from the outside, to put a level of fear. They wanted it to look so bad that they even kicked out the man's brother. And just because the brother said, I would like to see my brother and I would like to be there to issue moral support, they said, nigga, you can't be in here. You know what time it is. You know how it was in the 60s. You know how it was in the 50s. If we found out that you laid with our women, if they found out that you raped or just looked or just kissed on the cheek, you know what time it is. Now you thought it was okay to run us over? Oh, we're going to make an example out of you. We're going to make an example, and then we're going to put it out there for the world to see, to give you niggas a reminder. You see, black people have forgot. This is why they had to put Trump in office, because Trump is the man that's going to bring something called a reality check, because you black people forgot. You niggas forgot that you was in prison. You thought that you was all together. Kumbaya. You thought because you open your legs for a white Twinkie, you thought you was one. You thought because she allowed you to put your Snicker bar inside of this cappuccino, this bucket of milk, to dip it in the milk, you thought you was one. Not knowing that the only reason why they're doing that is because of lust and fetish. You think I'm lying? Read the ISIS papers. And I'm not even going to say R.I.P. Francis Cress Wilson. Mama Love, you already know where you at. Continue giving us the strength to fight back. Huh? We know why they dealing with you. Let me tell you something. I tell every European this all the time. I tell every black person that's dealing with a European all the time. You think that they love you, my nigga? They don't give a shit about you, bro. It was all about lust. It has nothing to do with love and honor. Tell them let's switch the roles. Tell them let's switch the bank accounts. Tell them let's switch the living conditions. If it's not about that, let's switch it up and see how far it goes. Huh? It's never about love. It's about survival. It's about survival. Because in their minds, subconsciously, they're saying to themselves, with all the shit that we did in this world, I know our time is almost coming to an end. So let me preserve myself and save myself by infusing myself into one of these nigga bitches. Pardon my language, but you gotta call it what it is. Because only a female dog will want to open her legs up to the dog catcher, nigga. Are you crazy? The disgust. Okay? It's all about survival. It has nothing to do with togetherness and starting a family. Please. I know if I'm lying, I'm flying. Go watch the Halle Berry. Halle Berry got an article out somewhere where she says it is hard to make payments to a man and try to be a co-parent to a man who calls her a nigger all the time. and I'm looking at Halle Berry like, nigga, what you thought was gonna happen? As beautiful as you are, bro, you decided to produce a child by them. Of course, you get everything that comes along with that. You're gonna get the trailer park procedure. You're gonna get all that. You're going to get that savage mentality. These people are savages, bro. Anybody that puts shackles around your neck. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I save this. Come on, man. Y'all niggas is crazy, bro. Oh, my jeez. Oh, my jeez. Hold on. Let me see if I saved it, God. Let me see. Oh, right here. Okay. Let me show you something. We're going to get right back to it. I just want to show you guys something because, you know, people tend to think that I be over exaggerating. what I'm saying? Even my ways be thinking I be over exaggerating. Like, yo, Junns, you be over exaggerating. And that's like, I don't be over exaggerating, bro. I just match the energy that these niggas give me. Let me show you something. Hold on. Let me show you something. Let me see if I got the share screen on. Oh, right here. So let me move you all the way to the top. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys something, because you gotta be thinking I be bugging. Alright. Hold on. What the heck is this? What the heck was that? The heck was that? Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys something. Let me share my screen. Alright, go. Let me share my screen. Well, hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. It's not what I wanted to do. All right, look at this. All right. So let me go back. Move all of this out the way. Move all of this out the way. I'm gonna show you guys something, because you guys just be tweaking, bro. I want you guys to see this. Okay, let me go back on. Entire screen. Nope. Let me play. Let me play this for you guys. And I gotta play this for you guys. Listen carefully. Watch this.
That was just bro, why it's so heavy? Look at my hand. Trying to hold this up, bro. 18 hours every day.
This is lynching. Lynching is used for children or babies. They have to put this iron brown into fire. When it's very hot, the kids are leaked. I have to fix this. I use a small padlock to hook it up for them not to be able to eat while working in sugarcane plantation, or to communicate whenever they are working.
Yeah. Let me play that. Hold on. Let me make sure you guys is hearing this while I play this. I hope you guys can hear this while I play this. Hold on. Let me make sure this is playing right, because I don't want to hear nothing. Let me play it again. Hold on. Oh, niggas is tripping.
That was just bro, why it's so heavy? Look at my hand. Trying to hold this up, bro. 18 hours every day.
This is lynching. Lynching is used for children or babies. They have to put this iron brown into fire. When it's very hot, the kids are leaked. I have to fix this. I use a small padlock to hook it up for them not to be able to eat while working in sugarcane plantation, or to communicate whenever they are working.
Yeah. I wanted you guys to see that, so you guys can know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be tweaking on how I be feeling. Like, come on, bro. 18 hours with that big ass stuff around your neck. They're sticking this into your lip, bro. They're covering the, you already, look at the size of my lip, guys. You already know that joint. Them niggas would have had 2 of them joints on my joint, man. Are you crazy? Have we forgotten where we at? Have we forgotten who these niggas are? These are the same people. Look at the atrocity that these people have done. The extreme measurements that these people have done. And these are the same niggas that gave you Jesus, bro. It's the same niggas that gave you the Biblos. Why wasn't the Biblos burning in their hands, the word of God burning in their hands for the wickedness that they doing? Where? Listen, at this point, and I'm just going to call it what it is. At this point, it's been proven that the God of the Biblos is not the almighty God. This God of the Biblos is a coward, is weak, is soft, and is probably gay. Okay? Because it said he sent his son for niggas to eat ass and balls. Because that's what you was doing. If there's 50,000 people eating the bread, this is the body. Which one of you niggas had the nuts and had the ass? I guarantee you all of it is the theologian teachers. There's nut munchers, you heard? Come on, man. Y'all niggas is crazy. I'm not, no, sorry. Okay? Police violence against Black America represent not just isolated incidents, but patterns of state sanctioned violence from Rodney King, right? Beatings in 91 to George Floyd murder in 2020, Tyreek Nicholas fatal encounter in 2023. These are cases highlighting a ongoing crisis. These things will never stop. Again, these things will never stop. How many times you guys as Black people is driving and the police pull you over? You know you legit. You know you got all your paperwork. You know you not breaking no law. But when you see these niggas behind you, you automatically are in a state of fear. When you see the dogs, right? Somebody's walking with their dog. No matter how big the dog is, small the dog is, when you hear, you automatically in a level of concern, like, yo, where that coming from? Why is that? Huh? It's trauma, psychological trauma, spiritual trauma. Because we have been programmed to accept this nonsense and hope that God will forgive them for what they did. Because that's what the Biblos was doing. This is what religion do. See, if I give you Christianity, hold on, let me take this down because this one is really leaning my stuff down. Right? If I give you Christianity, if I give you a religion, and in that religion, I teach love, unity, justice, and in that same doctrine, I also says vengeance is the Lord's. You know what that's gonna do for me? It's gonna make me accept whatever you do to me. So you put shackles upon me. We're gonna sing songs like "Waiting in the water, wait in the water." We're gonna start singing stuff like that, right? The Negro spiritual, right? No, it's the Negro God spell, nigga. You've been slumped in a coma, and Junns, the one with the aroma to wake you niggas up, and we are waking up. Oh, I love it. Trust me, I love it. I love every bit of it. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they do. See, religion is just a justification of your genocide. Because religion is the only, especially the Abrahamic religion, is the only religion that justifies the genocide. It is documented. Justify the genocide of the Alkebulan kidnaps. Okay? The disproportionate force. Black people are 2 times more likely to be killed by police than a white person. Over-policing, excessive surveillance and enforcement in the Black communities. Remember I told you, the nigga wrote a bill. Oh, he's about to get turned up. Let me tell you, you guys are so mad at Donald Trump when you guys are missing the point. You guys are, oh, you Black people, you're the reason why all of this. No, dummy. No. He's in position because now you can look at yourself and say, I can be bad all by myself. I can do this all by myself. I don't need nobody. You can't do that no more. You can't do that no more. You ain't gonna be able to just be in relationships and sleep with Tom, Dick, and Harry no more because all these niggas is infected. Houston, Texas right now is at a rapid speed with those with HIV. Jamaica, 30K HIV. New York, I don't got the numbers for New York, but I'm sure it's up there. Ho. Oh, you don't even know what you're dealing with, people. Anybody that got you on borrowed time. And anybody that lays with those that got you on borrowed time. Okay? Because these things are sexually transmitted. And it was all intentional. Oh, yeah. Damn, Junns. Huh? I know. You can't get mad at Trump no more, bro. You got to embrace it. Love it. Because now you got no choice but to come together. A man can't survive without a woman, a woman can't survive without a man. When the Biblos said that a man will be one man to 7 wives, hey, they ain't lying. Because when the money stops and the economy collapse and there's no more jobs, you know what that means? That means you girls can't wear no makeup. There's no more eyelashes. There's no more wigs. There's no more weave. There's no more designer clothes. You're going to be wearing Shein like everybody else out here ODing. Okay? That's what's going to happen. And guess what? You're going to have to find a nigga that's going to love you for who you are. And a lot of you females, when that makeup comes off and that wig gets off your head, a lot of you females look hideous, especially those that's been abusing themselves with these people's product. Anybody I know that wears these people products, when you see their skin over time, it's beaten up, it's dull, it's dying, it's cracking because you're putting death products on your body. Remember, makeup was only for Europeans and dead bodies. Your body's fully functioning and living. Why are you putting that on you? You know why? Because you have been bitten to believe that you are not beautiful enough to stand outside on your 10 toes, say, I am an Alkebulan kidnap. I want my land back. All you niggas could kiss my ass. I don't give a damn. This is who I am. No. See, when you get bit, you think you got to get lit. And if I'm lit, you ain't lit if you ain't bit. And if you ain't bit, you ain't legit. You see when it rhymes? It's because it's meant to go together. And this is what we've been doing. This is what been happening to our women. Okay? And the only reason why the women was able to even be bitten is because they broke the nigga, they bit the nigga, they kicked the nigga, and they told the nigga that you can't be a man no more. You gotta be a flat out bitch. And this is what these niggas is doing. You seeing it all over the place. Yesterday, I almost slapped the fire out of one of these niggas. This nigga standing on the line, where everybody's behind him. We thinking this nigga's on the line, getting ready to order. This nigga done placed this order, sitting there looking super stupid, out here looking like a young Rick James. And I looked at him, I was like, yo, so what's wrong with these weirdo ass niggas, man? Coming up in here, first and foremost, the whole feminine energy, I'm already pissed off that you in here like that, and you're black, bro. I be wanting us, every time I see a botsy black man, I be ready to slap fire out of them, bro. And all you big tough, I've been 60 years. Nigga, I will break your face. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Okay? The universe would never allow you fishermen to touch a man like us, ever. We'll knuckle up, something will happen, you're going to slip and fall and break your neck or something. I promise you, bro. Because you niggas got bitten and you accept this bite mark. Put down the bite. Detox from the bite. Don't jump in their water. Stay away from these niggas. Move with your people. Stay with your people. Marry your own. Produce your own. Stop waiting for something or someone to crack through the skies, because it's not going to ever happen. Ever. When you speak, listen. When you speak to these individuals, I want you to ask them a question, because I remember when I was in the Hebrews, they was telling us to return, Christ soon return, Christ soon return, Christ soon return, Christ soon return. But when you in the Bantu, there's no Christ soon return. So who's gonna return and bring wrath and mayhem? Because according to the Biblos, somebody's supposed to return. Oh, they say they're telling you that. And I don't even want to associate the creators with the Biblos, but they're telling you that the creator's coming down to wreak havoc, to bring back order for the Alkebulan, my nigga. Yeah. Listen, qualified immunity, legal protection that shields officers from accountability, systematic bias, cultural prejudice embodied in policing practices and training. This is facts. It's a different. Matter of fact, I'll show you a video. And I commented on it. And if you guys ain't following me on IG, man, come on, man. It's 2025. Get it together, guys. Let me show you this. Hold on. Look at this. No, that's not the one. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, damn, it didn't save. Hold on. I know I got it somewhere. Hold on. I know I got it somewhere. Damn, I didn't save it. All right, my bad, guys. I thought I had it. But basically, what I was going to show you is here in Brooklyn, a bunch of police officers hovered around some Jewish people and they grabbing him and they dropped him on the floor. Did you know that the police officer helped the person get up and was like, I'm sorry? If that was me, I would have had a size 12 police boot on my forehead to my nose, my niggas. Huh? They actually helped him up and said I was sorry. See, when it comes to us, fatal is always an option. When it comes to them, fatality, it literally has to be the only result. Like the niggas coming, guns drawn, and he's walking. And even that, when the gun drawn and they walking, there's still a level of hesitancy to fire. But meanwhile, Rodney's son seen them coming. He hopped out the car and was running away. They said, kill this nigga. Police brutality. The Black Holocaust that still goes on to this day. Psychological and generational trauma. Remember I told you about the dog? That's because they used to sick the dogs to follow us. Remember, the slave catchers was police officers. That's why that fraction was created, to police, monitor, and make sure that you slaves, my property, never get out of pocket. Individual trauma, family trauma, community trauma, historical trauma, centuries of violence, instability, and displacement. There's no stability within our understanding. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you're praying to. You don't know what you're reading. Okay? This is why when you read the Biblos, it got 15 different interpretations, because you guys don't know that you're reading a spell book. That's why King James got the best writers. You know, the nigga that you said was black, right? A man that was black in those times had a Caesar haircut. I'm still trying to figure out what is he doing with a Caesar haircut. But he's black. Okay, no problem. Community trauma. The community trauma. Look at the hood. This is the aftermath. Is the bite mark, baptism, Jesus, Biblos, religion, school, everything. Because everything that's what I just mentioned has nothing connected to Alkebulan. And you being an Alkebulan kidnapped, if nothing is connected to Alkebulan, it's not going to be beneficial for you. It will kill you. And this is why we're being destroyed. Okay? Family trauma. We are all traumatized. Some of you guys don't even know that you killing relatives, cousins, great long distance cousins, uncles, aunties, violating. We violating. Some of you guys is sleeping with your cousin from your fifth mother's best sister, et cetera, You don't even know what's going on. Family trauma. We traumatized, bro. We don't even know what family is in the black community. We think family is, going to BBQs and sitting back in kumbaya. No, family is when the Rodney situation happened and all those police was there, we was all there 1,000 deep as well, my nigga. That's family. That's unity. That's a community. You know why we not getting that? Because religion got us divided. You allowed the enemy to divide you. Remember, the bite mark was for real. And when you get bitten, if you're not standing with those that's bitten, you are the enemy. This is why I'm the enemy. This is why this is why the murmuring goes on, because they be like, nah, son, Junns ain't with us. He's against us. I am against everything that goes against my creators. I am against everything that goes against the ancestors. I am against everything that goes against the Alkebulan kidnaps. You understand? Okay? You violate the Alkebulan kidnap. Yeah, I'm on your ass. And you don't like that. But somebody asked them if Junior cared. Junior, do you care? That was a no. Individual trauma, self-explanatory. We don't got to get into that. Let's talk about the finances, guys. Let's talk about the finances. This is the average white man household. So when you see these Europeans living in these high rises, you like, damn, how much you pay for this? And you like, damn, can I get a job? It's not that you can't get a job. You can get the same job. You can get the same position. You will never get the same pay. Okay? Never. The only reason why these basketball players is getting all that money because they know what they're going to generate from these players. Right? Who would not give somebody like LeBron James a $300, $400 million contract when annually this man brings the NBA alone over $1 billion? Invest into that. These Europeans, these Europeans will never, and when I say Europeans, I'm not talking about the regular Joe Smo, white collar, going to job, going to work. We talking about the criminals, bro. We talking about those that got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yachts. These people that got all this money, and the only time they want to take care of black people or give back to black people is when it's Christmas and it's a tax write-off. We talking about these people. You regular Europeans, and I want you guys to know this. I have no issues with you. What I'm saying has nothing to do with you. So get your head out your ass. Don't be emotional. Unless you part of the police. You part of the KKK. You part of the lynch mob. You a police officer. Then this is for you too. But if you're a regular person, just trying to survive like everybody else, yeah, this ain't for you. Right? This is the black household. Look. You can see where the line is at. The average black man is not supposed to make more than $36,000 a year. To increase that, to double that, you have to work 2 jobs. And now that they see that we're working, now, let me explain to why the tariff, whatever you want to call it, is really going on. The only reason why it's going on is because a lot of the niggers is becoming self-sufficient. The niggers no longer need to depend on Europeans. He's making his own way. He's creating his own avenue, creating his own legacy, rewriting his own history. They don't like that. They see what we doing on the internet. They see what we talking on social media. They see what you black people talking about. The white man, the devil, Jesus soon come. They seen all of that. And they laugh and they laugh and they say, word, Jesus, let me show you how much Jesus is not real. Turn up. Make them pay this. And when things get rough, not a single one of you niggas run to Jesus to ask for protection. You know what you do? You go into your nearest voting poll and you go vote and you beg for a new savior, a new European to save you from European trauma. I can't make this up. A round of applause for that. Now, and part of the real reason why the gap is the way that it is because they're still benefiting off your suffering. They need you ignorant. They need you violent. They need you disrespecting their women. Disrespecting your women. They need you abandoning your children. They need you to do everything because it's going to be even easier to remove you and grab the precious rubies, which is the women. The precious rubies, which is the children. It's easy for us to grab it. The pioneers, the fort, the force, it's out the way. And if he's around, he's probably a bati boy. Come on, leave it alone. I remember this girl, I know this girl. And we went to school together. And she have a seed with a man them. And the man them couldn't take it no more. The man them came out the closet and said, I'm a bati boy. And I looked at her, I said, damn, that's crazy. Luckily you had a girl, you know. It's easy to explain that your dad is a weirdo to a girl than a boy. Right? I could go to a girl and say, yo, baby girl, your father a bati boy. She was like, a bati boy, yeah. The man then bend over. Bend over. Bat boy. Bate. Bend over. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You could explain that to a girl. Imagine having to explain that to a boy. Yo, man, let me holler at you for a minute. What's up, man? Yo, your dad, huh? What, my dad? What happened to my dad? Your dad is a bati boy. Bend over. He said, bend over? What? Two things is going to happen. He's going to be disgusted or he's going to be curious enough to say, well, my dad is doing that. I want to try it too. Bend over. Bat boy. Okay? I'm just, listen, people. Listen. I'm just telling you guys the obvious. I know you guys are going to feel some type of way, but my job is to just keep it thorough all throughout, right? Let's continue. The resistance and resilience. Despite centuries of oppression, Black communities have consistently demonstrated extraordinary resilience and created powerful movements for change. From the prosperity of Black Wall Street and Greenwood to the cultural explosion of the Harlem Renaissance, from the organized resistance of the Civil Rights Movement to the modern Black Lives Matter movement. Now, what do both these things got in common? Both of them was infiltrated by these people. I'm just saying. Okay, cultural strength, music, fashion, language, and faith has served. Listen, you see how they put faith? Has served as a powerful tool of survival and expression throughout history, creating influential arts forms that shape global culture. Now, let's go back to faith. Okay, you see, they have to put the word faith. See, when you are under these people's control, you know, when you're under these people's control, why am my thing moving like this? Hold on. I'll fix it later. I don't know what's going on, and I ain't got no time to try to figure it out. But damn, I forgot where I was at. That joint just blew me off. Oh, faith. The word faith, we all know that it's fake, right? Why am I bringing up the word faith, right? Because to have faith is to believe into something that's fake. And you notice the word faith is only associated with the Abrahamic religions. You won't find the word faith. And maybe I'm mistaken. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Or if I'm lying, forgive me. But I don't think you're gonna find the word faith in Buddha or Hindu, or if it is there, it is not in the magnitude of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. I'm just saying. My bad, guys. This joint keeps moving. I don't know why it's moving. Am I doing something? Is it this? All right. Well, whatever it is, I ain't tripping on it, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? They gotta throw in the word faith, because when you see the word faith pertaining to anything black, you know it gotta sum up to Abrahamic religion. And now ask yourself this question, Alkebulans. I really want you to ask yourself this question. From the Alkebulan to the kidnaps, I need you to ask yourself this question. Can you tell me what good has religion done for us if this religion is not, or haven't even granted us freedom? And if it's not granting you freedom, then what are you seeking salvation for? Wouldn't you want your salvation to be while you are alive? Because you don't know where you're going after this. We don't know what happens when you die. You won't know until you die. But like they said, when you die, it is already too late. Economic innovations. Despite barriers, black entrepreneurs have built Strive businesses and communities, from historic Greenwood to today's growing black businesses ecosystem. And let me tell you something, they're shutting all the black businesses down. And shout out to all the black businesses that's still standing. But at least 60 to 70% of black-owned businesses has been shut down. Some of it due to economic crisis, and a lot of it is due to black ignorant violence. Okay? I'll show you. Matter of fact, this I know I have. I'm going to show you this. I want to show you guys this. This I know I have. This I know I have. Hold on. Let me say this to you right now. Let me send this to you right now, people. Where did I save it? I know I sent this somewhere. Hold on. Did I send it to myself? Hold on. Yeah, I can't find it. Yo, why is everything that I put up, these people are taking down? What the heck is going on here? Yeah, man. My bad, guys. These people are literally taking all the stuff that I put up. These people are taking it down. Damn. All right. I can't. Anyway. I thought I had it, guys, but it's not. I really thought I had it, but it's not. But in that video, you're basically seeing a man, you're basically witnessing a man who's literally just heartbroken because he was the last black-owned diner in somewhere in Cali, and somebody got shot and killed inside of his restaurant, and because of that, his restaurant got shut down. And all he was doing is saying, thank you for you dumbass niggas that's bringing this stuff over here to destroy 20 years of hard work. 20 years. 20 years of hard work for 5-minute, 2-year, 3-year beef that makes absolutely no sense. Running around, shooting each other, pussies, and at the highest order. You gotta call it what it is, bro. The live that I did yesterday, I told you, when we grew up, listen, gun action was only being used for dope dealers. If you were selling big drugs, you was seeing a gun. The stick-up man was coming to see you. And that's the only time guns was ever in these circumstances. And I'm speaking solely on Brooklyn, here where I grew up. Everything else, any situation, I'm coming to see you. We knuckling up. We throwing the hands. We got these children 15 years old, don't want to live no more. 13-year-old boys crashing out. 13-year-old girls shooting at a 14-year-old, crashing out. Why are we crashing out? Why? Because the ideologies of the enemy has overtaken your eye. Now you see how they see. You look at yourself unworthy. You look at yourself as a disappointment. You look at yourself in shame. Black women, you look at yourself in shame. That's why you put the makeup on. You are ashamed of yourself. This is why you putting the wigs on, the blonde hair. You are ashamed of yourself because you have taken the eyes of the enemy. Huh? Global solidarity, Pan-Africanism, and international solidarity movements. Let me move this out the way. Continue to grow, connecting Black struggles and triumphs across national boundaries. Okay? We don't want nothing global. We don't need nothing global. Listen, we don't need it to go to the four corners of the earth. We don't need it. With the Biblos did that already. To the four corners of the earth where the word of Jesus be spread. It was spread. And yet here we are. No end. No change. I don't want to hear none of that. Don't listen to none of these people that say, nobody heard the word of God. Everybody heard it. The Pope was talked about in Russia, India, North Korea, South Korea, all of these things, man. Stop. Don't let these people, like I said, man, you go ahead and listen to these people, bro. You go ahead and listen to these people. The people that didn't hear it are the ones, or should I say they heard it but never adapted to it, are the ones that is in the wilderness. And they're going through it too because the system, this neo-colonialistic system is doing more damage to the Alkebulan in the land right now than ever before. Because you niggas was better off having shackles around your necks. Because at least when you had the shackles around your neck, you knew who put the shackles around your neck. Now, because they psychologically made you believe, because they physically took off the shackles off your neck. Psychologically, you being spiritually raped every single day. Jesus is nothing but an essay. Yes, he should be put in the registry. Jesus is a pedophile. Jesus requires your little baby to come jump in the water to be amongst him in the heavens. What you doing with a baby, man, that want to touch little whoop whoop? Not a bate boy. Bate boy. Everybody in the Biblos is soft, bro. There's only one person, and we don't even know if that story is real. It's the David and Goliath. That's the only thing. Everybody else is soft. Jesus is soft. God is soft. The only gangsters that was in the Biblos, was them niggas that was in Sodom and Gomorrah that said, we don't care who is in your house. We want that. That was the only gangsters in the Biblos. Everybody else was soft. How dare Junns talk this blasphemy? How would you mean Jesus was soft? And them niggas said, yo, son, what's up with you and Caesar and his money? The nigga sent one of his mans to go into the water and let the fish out of scared. Nigga, he made him go into the stash. I don't want to hear none of that. You go ahead and believe that. Man, he made the homie go into the stash, grab the chains and say, render Caesars what is Caesar's. I don't want no problems with Caesars. This is God's son. This is the man that gave him the Lord. The heck you talking about render Caesars what is Caesar? You know why render Caesars what is Caesar? Because when they put the Biblos together, they had to make sure that you niggas always pay homage to your daddy. That's why you niggas, when the Pope died, you was so concerned. Some of you probably was crying. How many of you shed a tear? Said, Popey, man, that nigga could die too. Listen, when all of them died, we crip walking where I'm from. Every time one of them dropped. Queen Elizabeth dropped, Let me show you. Let me show you what we was playing. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you what we was playing when she died. Let me show you. Hold on. I'm gonna show you right now. It's gonna be real quick too. All right. It's gonna be real quick too. You heard? I'll show you right now. Let me show you right now. Let me show you right now. Look, see, it's doing the stupidness again. They don't want me to play it for y'all. Hold on. Maybe if I exit out. Hold on. Oh, that's why. Hold on. About to show you guys, about to bust your heads right now. This is what we play. This is what we was playing when this woman died. And this is what all you guys should be playing moving forward. You heard? It won't let me go home. Oh my geez, what's going on here? Let's run it back now. There we go. There we go. This is what we play. This is what we play. All right? This is what we was playing when this heathen died. You ready? This is what we was playing. That's what we was doing. Ain't nothing but a. We was like, ain't nothing but a Alkebulan party. Ain't nothing but a black man party. We was partying. You heard? Having a good old time. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You understand? That's what we was doing. But we don't be giving a damn. When the Pope died, listen, I didn't even know the Pope died until I went to somebody's house. And it was like, did you know that the Pope died? I said, word? She was like, yeah, how did you not know that? I said, because I don't care about dead men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about people that's just dead, that comes with no life. She started laughing. I said, I'm dead serious. I could care less. I can care less. I was like, damn, that nigga died on the rise of Jesus. I find it crazy, but that's neither here nor there. Let us continue. I pressed the wrong button again. I'm sorry. This is the only picture that they was able to give me, guys, and I was highly disappointed. Like, what the heck is this right here? Right? And I wasn't about to go edit and do all that. Just too much. Right? This is the call to action. Support black owned. Right? Educate communities. Reform systems. Vote purposefully. Okay? Purposefully, excuse me. Now, first of all, let's remove the vote, because your vote not doing sugar, honey, iced tea. Nah, let's just get out of this hypnosis for that. Cool. The reform system. The system can never be reformed because the system was literally created off the blood of the Alkebulan kidnap. Now, in order for the system to be reformed, blood gotta also be shed. And these people aren't ready to do that. Don't worry. The ancestors are gonna make sure that they come. You're going to come to our barbecue, and it will be the last barbecue you will ever have in your life. Don't worry. Just wait. Just wait. Listen, to all my Alkebulan kidnaps, get your workout in, do your push-ups, do all that. I'm telling you, I woke up today. I've been up since 4 o'clock. I done did like, I can't do my push-ups because of my shoulder. But best believe I was lifting them curls. I'm hitting it, making sure, and you know, making sure the jab is still whoop whoop, still quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not as fast as I used to be. But I know that if I had to knuckle up with one of you niggas out here, I know, especially for those that's been indulged in the foo-foo for way too long, I know that, no, your energy will not sustain long enough to deal with a person like me. Promise you. And I could endure. Let me tell you something about me. One thing my father always taught me growing up, you got to be willing to endure pain and like take blows, take hits, take beatings, and you can't cry. So I used to get beatings like crazy and couldn't cry. We had to eat that like, man, Pops, she's back. Go ahead. Just let a tear drop. See what happens. And we over here like, me and my older brother like, and then eventually, when my pops died and then my moms took control of trying to discipline us, my mom used to beat us. I'm looking at my hands like, yo, mama, come on, mom. Just go in your room, try again. It's not going to work. I'm not going to listen. My mom used to tell you. My mom said, Junior, you a lost case. That's why my moms came into this religion nonsense, because she said, Junior, from the man that you are, nobody could have changed you but God himself. I said, yeah. I said, well, I'm glad that you are, you know, trying to find your spiritual side. So my mom's is still believing into these commandment stuff, because she's like, Junior, this is what my mom said, and quote unquote, she said, Junior, I am way too old to be bouncing to and fro, left to right, up and down. She says, I like this. It's okay. I'm quiet. I don't bother nobody. Nobody don't bother me. Saturdays, I enjoy resting. I enjoy doing this. I said, all right, Ma, as long as it keeps you sane and it keeps you moral, I'm not going to knock it. And on top of that, I know I'm the one that brought you there, and it's going to take me to take you out. And how I'm going to take you out is always going to be based on my actions. Now, has my actions been perfect? Absolutely not. Listen, from the minute I kicked the big blows, I just been all over the world. I just been out there. Like, yo, bro, I'm not, like I said, I'm not subjecting myself to this ideology no more. And I'm telling you guys, go ahead, do what you're supposed to do. You are in prison. You are in prison, and there's not a God that's going to put me in prison. Now tell me, well, why are you in prison? Be a good boy and sit down in isolation for 24 hours, and come Sunday, I'm going to love you again. No, kiss my ass. Not doing that. We gonna stay on the path of righteousness, and righteousness does not mean I gotta be trapped in the closet like R. Kelly for 24 hours. And that's what I've been doing for so long, and it's over for that. We're going out. We're going to enjoy. We're going to see outside. You're going to get some sunlight. You're going to eat some ice cream. You're going to speak to your people. You're going to be a righteous vessel. Listen, yes, the Savior. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. The God of the Biblos is a joke, and this is why it can't be ours. This God is not the God of the Alkebulan kidnaps. It's not. This man is too soft and weak, bro. Everything that this man said to do, nobody followed his rules. Even his son didn't follow his rules. His son working on the Sabbath day. It was ordained. It was a command. It said, thou shalt not work on the Sabbath day. It said, thou shalt not do any line of work. Hold on, let me show it to you. Hold on. I know. Damn, Junns, you hot today, boy. What's going on? You keeping foots on necks? Oh, yeah. Keeping big foots on necks, you heard? My big toes on these niggas' windpipes, you heard? You heard? Let me show you. Don't let these people feed you fufu anymore, man. I told you I'm gonna give you this barbecue chicken, man. Y'all niggas gonna eat this food. Y'all gonna eat this food. Y'all gonna eat this food. Okay? Even the Lord didn't respect the Father. Okay? Okay? Let's go down. Okay? What does it say? It says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor. That means, Jesus, you had 6 days to do all your preaching. Walk around saying, come back, Lord, give me a sign. You had 6 days to be DMX. On the 7th day, you're supposed to sit your ass down and show and pay respect. Okay? Look, it's not me saying this, guys. Look, people, it is not me saying this. I'm showing you right now. Right? 6 days shall thou do thy labor and do all thy work. Listen, it says do all your work. Okay? All your work. Okay? But the 7th day is the Sabbath day of the Lord thy God. All right? And thou shalt not do any work. Preaching the word is the work. That's you, your son, your daughter, your slave. Oh, they talking about you, Bantu. They talking about you. You know the ones that's you the servant. Shh. Your master, which is the Khazars, who you see in Eastern Parkway, who you see with the things on their head. You see, they keep the Sabbath day, right? And the servants, the maid servants, supposed to keep it too, which is you. Keep it up, okay? Not for the manservant, nor that maidservant, nor that cattle, nor the stranger. So even if I was walking to your block, walking down the block, I'm not supposed to be doing nothing. I'm supposed to just be sitting there, relax, right? 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 Manservants, nor thy maidservants, nor thy cattle, nor the stranger that is in thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth. Look, in 6 days, he made everything. It was a hard work. Putting the brains inside a human, putting the brains inside of an elephant, kangaroo, etc., etc. Hard work. He knows that, right? For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and that, and all that in them. Them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord, oh man, he made that day even lesser than it was supposed to be, right? And he hallowed it. Hallowed it means he did what? Let's see what hallowed means. Let's see what hallowed means according to these people. Huh? Where was I? Let's see what hollow means. Huh? Let's define hollow. Okay? Concentrated to a sacred use or religious exercise treated as sacred and reverence. Treated religious exercise, okay? Hallowed it. Meaning, when it's pertaining to this religion, you better obey it. Even you, Jesus. No man goes before the Father but through me, right? That means even you had to go through the Father. And he looked at you and said, you know what? I'm gonna make you the mediator. That's the Biblos telling you this. Look, and then he breaks it right after that. It says, honor thy father and thy mother, that the days upon the land which the Lord thy give thee, honor thy father and thy mother, that the days may be long. Excuse me, I didn't even see that, upon the earth. So it explains why Jesus died at 33. And even that you guys didn't even pay attention to. Why did Jesus die? Why did they tell you that he died at 33? What's the significance of the number 33? You know why. But he died at 33. That's so young. You know why he died? Because he wasn't keeping the commandments. He was breaking everything. He broke all the commandments. He was baptizing the heathens. He said, he was doing everything. I mean, yeah, I know. But that's neither here nor there, guys. We're going to wrap this up because I want to go outside. Oh, and this is it. So, let's go back to my face. There we go. So there you have it, people. The Black Holocaust that still goes on to this very day. Yeah, I had a lot to say. I know. I have even more to say, but I'm going to humble myself because it's a beautiful day. It's been raining like crazy in New York. So I'm looking. It's kind of windy, but it's cool. And I'm going to go. I'm going to vacuum my truck. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful breeze. And I'm going to chill and keep it real. Because I be damned, and I repeat, I be damned if I am tied down to a land or a command that was given unto me by the Taliban. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Listen to that one time.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Are you what?
Are you dumb?
Yeah. So again, people, like, comment, share, subscribe. This was a wonderful live. I hope you got all your information. Let me make sure. Let me see my sisters. Oh, shout out. Yes. Don't put on the weave. None of that. Don't put on the wigs, the weave. Don't put none of that stupid stuff on your head, man. Matter of fact, I got a sister that I just found on Instagram, man. She created her own version. And again, you know, when it comes to black inventions and technology and excellence, I'm going to support it. So if you want that, then, you know, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, America is evil as hell, but some of our people believe these devils love them. Of course, they got bitten, sis. When you get bit, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Look. Shout out to my African queen. Yeah, keep that name, man. We don't want anything with the word that associates with the enemy. You know, if you want to be a Muntu, Muntu, if I'm saying it right, which means person or human being, then that's you. But with that being said, people, it's your brother man from the motherland. Came to you guys live. Shout out to you guys. Continue supporting, like, comment, share, subscribe. You know where we at. We outside, and I'ma holla. One.